Margot Robbie certainly didn't suffer the agony of defeat to pull off this shot. But how did it come together in the first place? Movie trickery is afoot. Are you wondering exactly how Margot Robbie pulled off that shot in the Barbie trailer where she steps out of her heel onto a perfectly arched foot? Apparently, a lot of people were. So Robbie ended up having to address the whole shebang while promoting her upcoming film. How many takes was it? Was the shot created using movie magic? Did Robbie actually do it? Not that many, no, and yes. As Robbie revealed in a behind-the-scenes interview with Fandango,
it was probably about 8 takes. Wasn't that many. They are my feet. I walked up. We had little sticky bits on the floor for the double-sided tape for the shoes so they wouldn't come off, so I could get my feet out of them. And I was holding onto a bar, but that's it. I wasn't a harness or anything like that. I just walked up, kind of held onto the bar above camera.
Asked if she was a dancer based on her high arch, Robbie said,
I did ballet when I was a kid.
But still, her point was that she wanted to do the shot herself.
I always try and do my own inserts. I don't like when I watch a movie and I know it's not my hands.
That's not my hand.
I hate that so much. I always say to the director, please let me do all my own things. I don't like it knowing that I didn't do it.
If you're anyone who ever played with Barbies as a kid, you know exactly why this shot was so vital to the trailer and the overall film. Those who have played with a Barbie know that her plastic foot is always perfectly arched, ready to slip into whichever pair of shoes you decide to choose next. And the journey Robbie's Barbie takes in the movie is revealed through her lack of a sharp arch. When Barbie's foot goes flat, she shows her Barbie friends only to receive a horrified reaction as they realize she's less than perfect. Other strange happenings are going on too. Her clothes don't dress her on their own anymore, she can't float off her roof without falling and injuring herself, and she can't stop thinking about dying. Perplexed, Barbie visits Weird Barbie, a Barbie erratically styled by her owners and played by Kate McKinnon, who presents a shoe-related conundrum.
You have to go to the real world.
You might look at Margot Robbie and think, yeah, that's what Barbie looks like, and you probably wouldn't be alone. In a Time feature about the film, Mattel executives basically stopped short of saying exactly that. Robbie, for her part, was smart enough to know that this movie needs to be more than a close look at how Barbie is blonde and beautiful, and along with writer-director Greta Gerwig, she made sure that the film features a diverse array of actors playing Barbies. Robbie told the magazine, "If Mattel hadn't made that change to have a multiplicity of Barbies, I don't think I would have wanted to attempt to make a Barbie film. I don't think you should say, this is the one version of what Barbie is, and that's what women should aspire to be and look like and act like." Insecure star and creator Issa Rae, who plays President Barbie in the film, clearly agrees. In the same feature, she said, "My worry was that it was going to feel too white feministy, but I think that it's self-aware. Barbieland is perfect, right? It represents perfection. So if perfection is just a bunch of white Barbies, I don't know that anybody can get on board with that." Not only did Robbie and Gerwig craft an inclusive and diverse world full of Barbies all crushing it in their own right, but by their own account, they worked together to create a fun, subversive, and clever film, even though it's centered around a toy and overseen by a toy company. They still ran into some problems when it came to the Mattel overlords, though. According to the Time article, Robbie and Gerwig had to perform one scene live for President and COO of Mattel, Richard Dixon, who objected to, well, whatever happens in it because we still don't know. Performing it in person worked, though, and he agreed to keep the scene. Robbie clarified, "When you look on the page, the nuance isn't there, the delivery isn't there. Ultimately, it's about being in on the joke, and apparently that's a concept Robbie had to explain to Mattel's CEO, Yinon Kreiz. In that very first meeting, we impressed upon Yinon that we are going to honor the legacy of your brand, but if we don't acknowledge certain things, if we don't say it, someone else is going to say it. So you might as well be a part of that conversation." Robbie definitely took charge of the Barbie movie, and as a result, it looks amazing, including that iconic foot shot performed by the Oscar nominee herself. Barbie hit theaters on July 21st, 2023.